up and is dropped, and away they go. And on the outside of the front row, great start from Andrew Jordan in the red Cortina. He leads coming up into Madgewick for the first time. Already Tom Christensen making his way up the field on the outside. Two wheels on the grass in the Ford Fairlane Thunderbolt. There we go, there's number 10 BMW in the middle of that. That's Darren Turner in the bright blue car. Watch for that car coming through. It's all very exciting. Tom Christensen kicked up the dirt on the outside. He barrels down the outside of a couple of Cooper S's. But out front, as they come down towards the side of my colleague Bruce Jones, Andy Jordan by a narrow advantage.
Well, Jordan and Shedden looked up the inside at Ford Water, really thought he'd have a crack, but Andrew Jordan, what a start from the red and silver Cortina, decided he wasn't going to have it, but behind them, Stippler closing in. Andy Priaulx's gained a position. He's gone from 5th on the grid to 4th in that red BMW with the checker on it. Couldn't get much closer into 11th for the first time. Super start to the race, but Andrew Jordan holding sway at the moment.
Absolutely, 100 is Jackie Oliver there in the midst of it, but it's Cortina and Alfa Romeo, and this 5-speed Alfa Romeo. Remember, the Cortina's only with 4 going down the Lavant straight, through the Lavant kink, and the Cortina's spread out. They block the road. Frank Stippler can't get past. He looks down the outside, and a new leader, and it's Jordan and Shedden who comes around the outside. Stippler tries to go with him, gets on the grass. Oh, and that's been a big moment for Stippler. He runs very wide. He can't win the race the first time. Look, back into the lead comes Andy Jordan into the chicane for the first time. So 2 changes of lead in about 200 metres at the end of the lap. But at the end of the lap, it is Andy Jordan who leads the way, just from Jordan and Shedden. Andy Priaulx had his nose ahead of the Alfa briefly, but Shedden, behind Shedden, it's now back to Stippler in the Alfa Romeo, recovering from that early moment. It won't take Frank too long to get back on terms with the Cortinas. I shouldn't think. Andy Priaulx in the red BMW, the white stripes. Then we've got the big Galaxie hurtling along, and that is Jochen Mass.
Jochen Mass definitely picking his way up the order, but if we go back to the lead battle, it's Jordan Shedden still soaring away, but clouting the curve on the inside, the apex of the corner before St Mary's. Andrew Jordan would have lost a bit of momentum, and these Lotus Cortinas just slide so much.